We are at Port Melbourne tonight for the match between the Port Melbourne Sharks and Hume City FC. It is NPL Victoria, and we are coming to you live on your Friday night. My name's Pellizzeri, and I'm joined this evening by Ryan McGee. Ryan, welcome to the broadcast.
Hi Teo, thanks very much for having us again.
And joining us as well is Heidelberg United goalkeeper and former A-League professional Griffith McMaster, and Shaun Moran is here on the bench as well. Shaun, great to have you back on NPL Vic Live, and we're looking forward to your thoughts on the game tonight. Griff, what's the feeling in the Heidelberg camp about South Melbourne's start to the season? Have they got the jump, or in a 26-game campaign is it a little bit too early to start handing out titles only 8 games in? Ball with Pasetto, who's going to shoot from the top of the area, bends across the face of goal, wide of the right-hand post.
As this so far, and I think they've just been going about the business, and I think that's been great for them.
Honos playing the ball down the right-hand side on the overlap. Milicevic, right side of the area, right on the edge of the box. Challenged well there by Turner, has to concede and go back to Honos now, top right corner of the area, running at his man, jinking inboard and out, left-footed shot, does get through the traffic, but it took enough of a deflection that Oldfield was able to collect it comfortably. Crossfield pass, Cristaldo trying to use his pace, but Lazaridis read it like a book and came in and took the ball off his feet. And now pass to Honos on the right. Slide challenge comes in from Stachevski, and that's the first real meaty challenge of the night, and it brings out the first card right in front of our broadcast position. And the referee here is trying to play peacemaker as he hands out the first yellow card of the night. Shaun Moran, we had perfect position to see all of this take place in front of us. What did you think? Ibrahim falling around the Port Melbourne defender. And now an opportunity for Hume City on the counter-attack. Cristaldo passing to the top of the box. Turner loses the ball under his feet. Still managed to keep it moving to Proyer, who swings the ball and puts it in the net, but the Griffith McMaster caught it in the build-up. The flag was up super early on Proyer, and so that will not count. He turned, great finish underneath the outstretched hand of Rexhepi, but it won't count. It remains 0-0 after 31 minutes. So, Griff, they're coming off 120 minutes in the Cup, the Knights, as they head to Heidelberg this weekend. Ball, in the meantime, is with Kamal Ibrahim, who's driving in a central left position, overlap on the left-hand side, and an opportunity here. Jinking inboard. Milicevic looks up, goes backwards to Ibrahim, and now into the centre of the park. Not to be caught in possession there, a little bit of danger for Zulis, but he keeps it moving. Braniff now, over the top, through the right side of the area. Honos hits the right byline, cuts back into board, right foot shot, goal! 1-0 to Port Melbourne. And no celebration there from Honos. He just walks away, and now some casual high fives for half a second there. I thought the flag must have been up because he really looked like it wasn't that big a deal. But it is the opening goal of this match in the 38th minute. It is Port Melbourne 1, Hume City 0.
It was a beautiful little dink as well, I thought, from Kevin Braniff to put the striker into position as well.
He's on the bench tonight, and I'm sure he will definitely come on and create some troubles for Port Melbourne.
So, shooting opportunity for Cardozo. Just the two in the wall. Maybe they're tempting him from quite some way out, 20 metres from the area. Pack of players has formed on the right-hand side of the box. Here it comes. Floated into that pack. Flick header and just wide of the post. I thought we had FA scoring there, but it's just flashed wide. And that was a great set piece. Hume very nearly finding the equaliser. And the ball runs all the way down to Oldfield, who takes possession and hurls it out with an overarm throw. Cardozo back to goal. He's leading the Port Melbourne players to press him all the way up to the top of the box, and then uses his left foot to get himself out of trouble. Overlapping down the left-hand side, little flick on.
Good move.
Look at the motoring legs there of Johnny Pasetto getting to the ball. He'll want to cut onto his right foot, and sure enough, that's exactly what he does at the top of the area. Teeing it up, Stachevski is there. Now back out to the left, opportunity charging into the area. Where's the cutback? It's there, and it flashes across the face of goal without a touch in. Now FA on the right of the penalty area, crossing it back through the box again, and following it in. Taseski hits the bar, it then bounces off the line. It was one of those ones where did it cross, did it not? It didn't go in. And the assistant referee had a pretty good view of it because there was no other bodies blocking his view, and it's out for a throw, but he slams it off the underside of the bar. Very nearly an equaliser for Clement Taseski.
I think if you look at the Hume City bench there, when every single person had their head in their hands thinking that they'd scored twice on the brink of celebrating.
Free kick taken quickly by Cardozo. Now FA down the right-hand side, plays it in board to Turner. 20 metres from the top of the area to Taseski. They're inviting him to shoot again, so he does, and this one goes 2 metres over the bar, but they can't keep offering up the opportunities. He's been so impressive in this match. Playmaker in the middle of the park for Hume tonight, charged with that responsibility in the absence of Nick Hegarty. And he's over this corner on the left flank, swinging it in, near post, headed away by Braniff. It's going to sit nicely for Basetto to drive, and, well, I'm keeping count because there have been memorable instances that he's blazed over for the 4th time tonight. Plays strong over the ball and does. Hits a long ball on the counter-attack. And chasing after it, Cruceratus loses one. Hume defender takes possession, crosses to the top of the area. Honos is there, and is shot with the open goal. Other than the keeper, he had the entire left half of the goal open to him, but well positioned there by Oldfield to dive on the shot. It wasn't quite straight at him, but Port Melbourne, they've dropped a lot of points from winning positions, Ryan. We were speaking about this on the broadcast last week when the scores were coming in from around the grounds, because they were 1-0 up, then 2-1 down, and then they went back in front 3-2.
Yeah, so they managed to rectify that, luckily, last week against Northcote City, and from the reports and from the match that we reviewed, it seems like they did deserve to win that match. The second half they came out all guns blazing, and they did well to overturn the deficit.
Cardozo, free kick on the right flank, left foot swung into the area, flicked on, 1-1, equaliser! Hume City do get their goal, and it's Rexhepi who has scored, and he calls the fans over and does the baby celebration like Rye at the 1994 World Cup. It is 1-1, Hume City get their goal, a flick header on, and a desperate diving Rexhepi couldn't keep it out. Will put that goal down in the 64th minute. Cruceratus in a 2-on-1. Thankless task chasing after that one. Ball hasn't gone out of bounds for a while. Let's see what happens now as players just start to feel the pinch deep in the second half. Ball in perpetual motion, it seems. Opportunity for Ibrahim now. Turns his man, Turner, and charges past a second opponent there. FA, and takes on a third man, Franjic, who body checked him, and referee says advantage. Now Prelevic, squaring it. Milicevic into the area. Chance for Hume, arriving late and knocked away from Paz. Good goalkeeping from Oldfield coming out of his line. Just got enough of the ball to deflect it away. And then the cavalry swept through, Rexhepi clearing the ball. Keeper perhaps doing the right thing, Rexhepi, letting his team grab a breather. Hitting it long now up to halfway. Cruceratus caught in possession. Been told that there's been a blackout in Vietnam at the Asian Cup. That is interesting. We'll come to that next break and play. Prelevic down the right-hand side, edge of the area, tees it up to the top of the box. Ibrahim takes a touch, moves it on. Rickabean is unmarked. Rickabean, and charging out of his line and swarming all over him is Oldfield, taking it off his feet. Rickabean all on his own, then he looked up and the keeper was at his legs, taking away the ball. High ball into the area. Rexhepi's backtracking. It's bounced over his head and actually out the other side of the penalty area on the right. Cristaldo, now FA, passing to Turner. Back to goal, 5 metres from the top of the box in a 2-on-1. Ball is blocked down. Korkmaz arrives with a left-footed shot first time. Unmissable in the golden boots, but he did not hit it perfectly. It rolled into the hands of Rexhepi, who clears away. And now back to goal. Opportunity for Cristaldo again. Passes out to the right to Seski. Assesses the options and then swings in a ball. And it's flicked away by Lazaridis. Still at the top of the box for Hume, though. Basetto is there, 2-on-1. Rides the challenge from Ibrahim. Being followed very closely, though, by Milicevic. Now back out to the right-hand side. Hume retaining possession, looking for the go-ahead goal with just 9 minutes to go. Korkmaz, left-footed pass. Standing up at the top of the area is Franjic, and now going down Basetto under the challenge from Rickabean. And the Hume bench is up. All together shouting at the referee, but perhaps making the most of the contact there. Port Melbourne have absorbed a solid 2 minutes of Hume City pressure without barely touching the ball, but now Ibrahim trying to slot through Paz. He's in, left side of the area, and well kept again, charging out off his line. Oldfield nicked the ball off the feet of Paz. He went sprawling, but it's mainly because he tripped over the ball. So good news for Richmond and more bad news for Whittlesea as their wins run continues potentially. They go behind though. Now a ball from the right-hand side. Guerrero, the sub, tees up Turner, and now a shot batted away. And the follow-up from Turner. He volleys it over the bar. He actually met it first time off the keeper's hand. He slid into the ball with his right foot and scooped it over the bar. It was a reflex action. You'd suspect that this might be the last attack of the game. They haven't committed too many numbers forward either. Redden now, the centre-back, is going to get up there. The other target will be Prelevic. He's quite tall. Let's see what Braniff can do. Hits it. No, not a good ball. Korkmaz heads it away from the top of the area. Rickabean runs onto the spill inside the attacking half, still for Port Melbourne. Into the 4th minute of stoppage time. And there's the full-time whistle. It is 1-1. Not the result that either team wanted here. They really played this game in an attacking mindset, end-to-end stuff. But at the end of the day, goals to Honos and Rexhepi is all we get. It is Port Melbourne 1, Hume City 1.
Eric, what do you make of today's game?
As I just said on the radio there, I think kind of this sort of game is synonymous with what the NPL should be. You know, a couple of good, young, aggressive teams playing attacking football. So it's a credit to both teams. On balance, could have been 10-9 for either. But proud, but generally disappointed to not get maximum points at home. But you know, plenty of positives.
Yeah, look, I thought it was a pretty even contest. Both teams had numerous chances to snatch the 3 points. As a spectator, I thought it was pretty exciting for them, but look, the pitch didn't help. Again, both teams to play fluent football, but yeah, look, after missing those chances, you know, we come away with a point away from home, so it's a positive for us.
Another set piece conceded. What do you do from here?
Well, you just got to make changes. Obviously, we've got to get our structure assessed in terms of whether it's zone or whether it's a proxy or a combination of both. So that ball into the front post has cost us. So we'll assess that again. We've talked about it. There's two things. One, that means that when we get our setup right, we'll be able to avoid conceding from set pieces. And secondly, it's got to tell me that in open play we're doing something right. But that's something we need to be assessed. So thanks for reminding me.